What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and there has been a wave of backlash against Disney and against Lucasfilm in the wake of them firing Gina Carano over her political opinions and her social media post. And it has only just begun. This is going to keep going and grow bigger and bigger because people are pissed. People have seen the clear hypocrisy of Lucasfilm firing one person for a social media post, yet allowing so many other people that they still employ to have opinions that are far more offensive, far worse than anything she has said against individuals, against groups of people, yet they remain employed because this wasn't about what she said. This is about the fact that she does not align with the woke, far-left echo chamber that these companies want to have. So when we got the word last night that this had happened, Lucasfilm calls Gina Carano's social media posts abhorrent. Actress no longer employed by Mandalorian Studio, right? And we had this statement from Lucasfilm, this lying statement. Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her in the future. And then they tacked on, nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. Complete fabrications and lies and spin from Lucasfilm, the same as these weirdo fans and the fake news media. And not only that, but her agency also dropped her after she had been canceled by these losers, right? And this is what she said. Look at all the people here, right? That are saying what she says isn't what you think, isn't what they're spinning it as. Here's Zuby. This post was clearly warning against rising political polarization and demonization of people who are different from yourself. It's not anti-Semitic nor racist. If you think it is, you're low IQ or ideologically possessed. But well done on proving her point, and that's the exact thing. Look at the quote that she posted. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighborhoods hate them simply for being Jews. How is that different from hating someone for their political beliefs? And exactly like Zuby said, people are clearly either so ignorant and so fucking dumb that they don't understand what she's saying, or they just want to be triggered about this. Those are the only two options, to be quite honest with you. Deliberately misinterpret it or so triggered they can't understand. It is a warning against political polarization and demonization of people who are different. And then what happened? She got fired for it. They literally proved her point. They showed that that post was indeed accurate. You have people like Ben Shapiro, a pretty famous Jew himself, coming out full force in order to say, hey, listen, I don't think that maybe that's a great comparison, but there's nothing wrong with it, that she shouldn't be canceled, she shouldn't be fired in any way, shape, or form, and pointing to the clear hypocrisy. And why is it hypocrisy? Well, look at what Ben Shapiro puts out there. Not okay at Disney Plus, making overwrought Holocaust comparisons on social media. Again, I would say that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Totally okay at Disney, working with governments and shipping people to concentration camps where women are forcibly sterilized. And not only that, we have a lot more to talk about because Disney and Lucasfilm's firing of Gina Carano is purely political. They employ people who regularly attack Republicans, white people, and Israel. And specifically in the case of Pedro Pascal, he called half of Americans Nazis. And this is not anywhere close to the first time he's made any sorts of comparisons like this. So I ask you, if this post is considered so offensive that you need to fire someone, what about this one? I tweeted this today. The hypocrisy of Lucasfilm as Pedro Pascal, pronouns in his name, tweets Germany 1944, America 2018. And of course, this picture he uses is not even of America. It's actually from Palestine and it's taken in 2010, but that's something else, right? That's a completely different story. The bottom line is he is very directly comparing what's going on in America to what's going on in Nazi Germany during the Holocaust. Where is the outrage? Where's the outrage over these posts? Why is Pedro Pascal still working there? Now, this is not, make no mistake, because a lot of people are misinterpreting it because, again, there's a lot of fucking retarded people out there. I'm not tweeting hashtag fire Pedro Pascal. I'm not tweeting Pedro Pascal should be canceled. I'm not tweeting any of these things because, honestly, I think that you shouldn't fire someone over a post like this, which is far more a very direct distinction and shot than anything that Gina Carano said. But if you want to get really into it, this is way worse than anything that she said. I mean, if it's true, then it's got to go both ways, says Steph. This is what Pedro Pascal tweets. Losers in 1865, Confederates. Losers in 1945, Nazis. Losers in 2020, MAGA hats, right? That's what he tweeted. That's what he put on his Instagram, and it's what he tweeted out there. Calling 74 million Americans, basically half of the voting population, Nazis. Not saying, oh, here's some allegory as to what happened with the government and the populace, some very, very vague reference. No, literally calling them Nazis. And then doubles down. Without restating the obvious, you feel me about the MAGA hats, right? That is Pedro Pascal. And then when said, hey, this could bring persecution to people, he said that was a good thing. He doubled down. I made tons of videos about this piece of shit. But with all that being said, I don't think he should be fired for this, but it's very clear that there is a double standard here. And look at what the media is doing to try to spin this garbage. Look at this headline. Gina Carano's Mandalorian exit proves cancel culture doesn't exist despite what her fans say. The controversy hit star of Disney's Star Wars spinoff is being held up by some as a victim of cancel culture. That's literally exactly what happened. The freaks online, the woke echo chamber, the weirdos, right? Who get together and organize to try to do these harassment campaigns that are on their parents' cell phone plan, probably still in the basement, that can't decide what pronoun they want to use. These are the freaks that Disney has kowtowed to. These are the freaks that Disney has decided to listen to. This is cancel culture. And then he finishes off, but the phrase is all too often used to avoid accountability. This is from Moondragon. Avoid accountability for what? Having an opinion a random person on a bird app didn't like? Absolutely insane. Here's Lauren Chen. It's now more socially acceptable to work with the Chinese Communist Party, who has literal concentration camps, than it is to make social media posts that criticize the woke left. This is literal insanity. And now you even have people at Lucasfilm, right? These fucking hypocrites, right? These are the people. They decided to fire Gina Carano, not because of what she said, not because of references to the Holocaust. Don't buy that stuff. If you believe that, you are an idiot. That's not the thing. People have been referencing Nazi Germany, calling people Nazis that work at Lucasfilm for a long time. Christina Ariel, right? Christina Ariel, we know what she said. We made so many videos talking about Christina Ariel and saying that all white people are racist. This person, who is still employed by Lucasfilm, who Star Wars said that we stand by them. Of course, Mark Ruffalo has called numerous people Nazis. He still works. He's still employed by Marvel and by Disney, isn't he? A ton of people. You can go through a list of people, whether they're bashing Israel, whether they're bashing white people, whether they're bashing conservatives. It goes on and on and on. Those people all still work at Disney. And even you have some dude like Matt Martin, somebody that works for the Lucasfilm Story Group. Matt Martin is now reposting what the Holocaust Museum said. Simplistic comparisons to the Holocaust don't help us understand the past or present or demean the memory of victims. Learn more here. Matt Martin retweets this. And that might seem, oh, okay, whatever. That's not too big of a deal. He's definitely sending a little message, but whatever. Look at his likes. This is from Ash. When you work for a franchise like Star Wars, you should support all the fandom, not just one side. And of course, Matt Martin has liked this. I can't see it because Star Wars Explained is a pussy-ass bitch who has blocked me. I've never interacted with him or his wife. We are relieved Gina is gone. It was long overdue. She was repeatedly and remorselessly hurtful to entire communities. If you call that doing nothing wrong, then I don't know what to tell you. That is the absolute most cucked thing I've ever heard. The pussies that are in this woke, far-left echo chamber that cannot take any opinion that differs from theirs. And if you have a different opinion, you need to be canceled, you need to be fired, you need to be gone. Not only should you stop working on this show, we're going to make sure no one hires you again. Your talent agent has now dropped you. That is what they are trying to do. That is why this is cancel culture. And the clear hypocrisy of the different levels that they take this to. Nothing for Pedro Pascal after over and over and over again comparing America to Nazi Germany, calling people Nazis, not just making a reference about what's going on in government. Nothing happens to him. Gina Carano gets fired, and we all know why. It's not because what Gina Carano said, because they lied about what she said anyway. It is about the fact that she does not align with the far left values. They fired her because she has different political beliefs than them. And that is disgusting. And that is something we will continue to hold Disney and Lucasfilm accountable for. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.